Gibson into right center field, hit it Todd. This baby is way back. On here.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today just want to kind of casually talk about the San Francisco Giants. I'm getting asked so much. Who do I think the Giants should trade for? Who are we looking for at the deadline? Do we need a pitcher? Do we need a starter? Do we need a reliever? Do we need a legit closer? Do we need an outfielder to help out? And we've heard all kind of rumors and everything like that. Really don't know what to believe. Who knows? I don't make a whole lot of videos during this time. I do love to cover the trade deadline day of and go live and just see what happens, and definitely make videos once it's happened. But it's really tough to speculate because, you know, who knows? But I'm going to speculate anyway because I'm a Giants fan. Let's talk a little bit of Giants. And honestly, as far as the bullpen goes, yes, we would like a bona fide closer. It would be cool to have a Richard Rodriguez or something like that, or a Craig Kimbrell, someone who's pitching well. Craig Kimbrell when he's pitching well, not the Craig Kimbrell from a couple years ago. But we would love to have that because it feels like we need that, especially after last, Tuesday night when the Giants blew a 6-1 lead when John Brebbia and Tyler Rogers couldn't hold that lead. But if you look at the numbers, we're actually done quite well this year. The bullpen is pretty good. We have a lot of good arms that we got next to nothing here, on minor league deals. And, look at what Jay Jackson is doing, and Dominique Leone and Littell and other guys, and, picking up Garcia on waivers from the Marlins last year. Harleen Garcia has been good for us. And all in all, the bullpen's been good. Even Jake McGee, his numbers are good. Yes, they've blown some saves, but they've been pretty good. Again, I believe we could use a big-time closer. Maybe we have one. Maybe we can try out Jay Jackson or somebody else. I'm not saying I don't want one, but I'm saying I don't want to trade our entire minor league system either. A minor league system that's been built and is ready for the future. We could compete this year for a title and then compete in next year and the following year and years to come, even after all these guys are either retired or gone. So I don't want to trade a bunch of our top 10, top 20 prospects, but at the same time, I do think we could use some help. But instead of a reliever, I'm not saying don't get a reliever. Man, I'm going to get into that in a minute. But why not a starter? Because first of all, yes, we do have a nice looking rotation right now, but do you really trust all five to stay healthy throughout the rest of the year and the playoffs? Most of them have been on the IL already. I think 4 out of 5 of our main starters going through with Gausman, DeSclafani, Cueto, Wood, and Webb. 4 of those guys have already been on the IL this year. So there's a good chance they're going to be back on the IL. And there's a good chance that some of them might be hurt during the playoffs. So I think a starter would make even more sense, just to have someone. And if we have to throw someone in the bullpen, whether it be the guy that we get in the trade, or whether it be Wood or Webb, probably not Wood, but Webb or somebody, we can do that. We can do that. Giants aren't afraid to do that. We've done it before. We threw we threw Lincecum in the bullpen. We've done it before. We had Zito not even on the roster back in 2010 playoffs. We'll do whatever it takes, but the more depth we have, the better to try to win, because this is a year that we have the best record in baseball. It's been an unbelievable season, and you have to do something at the trade. We have to be buyers. I don't want to trade all our prospects, but we have to be buyers. So I'm going to talk about some starters that are on my mind that I think the Giants can get, and some that I don't think they can get. One guy I don't think I want that people have asked me about is Matthew Boyd of the Tigers. His stats just don't look good. He just doesn't pitch very well often. He gives up a lot of home runs. He gives up a lot of runs. He gives up a lot of hits. I know he can strike guys out, but he's got a career record of 37-60. Maybe you can blame that on bad run support, but he also has a career ERA of 4.93. This season, it's a little better at 3.44. Hasn't given up as much home runs. His record's still not great at 3-6, but overall, I think I'd take a pass on Matthew Boyd, because honestly, I'd rather have Wood or Webb out there, or Cueto, or anyone in our rotation I'd rather have out there. So I don't think that's a guy I would want to target in a trade. But one team we should be on the phone with is the Minnesota Twins. They just traded Nelson Cruz. They're sellers. They're sellers, and they have pitching. And they have Jose Barrios. They have Kenta Maeda. And if you're talking about relievers, they have Taylor Rogers. Okay? I mean, that's beautiful right there. I'm not saying all three. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying we can try to talk and get some kind of package deal. Now, if we could just get Barrios is absolutely legit, but he might take 2 top 15 prospects or 2 top 10. Do I want to give up a Bart and a Luciano? Hell no. Hell no. For nobody, honestly, because that's our future. But if they can swing something that's reasonable and give up a couple of guys, and maybe one guy that the Giants really don't think is going to work out anyway, maybe give them something that's really good, and we can get Barrios. That's really, now Maeda would be, he's not having his best season, but we know what he can do. Those are 2 legit arms, one or the other, not both. I'm saying one or the other, and maybe get a Taylor Rogers in there. I'm looking at the Twins big time. I think that pitching talent over there for a team that's clearly selling, I think we have to look at it. And I'm sure they are. And I'm sure they're on the phone with the Twins seeing what they can do. If they can't swing a deal, if nothing happens, I'm going to assume that they were asking too much. For context, we can already see what went down. The Rays had to send them 2 top 20 starting pitchers, really good-looking pitchers. So the Twins are not playing around. They're not just going to take nothing. We're not going to screw over the Twins. That being said, we should be on the phone just to see what we can work out. Another team maybe to look at is the Reds. The problem there is they're actually okay. They're in second place. So they may not be selling, but they have a lot of pitching talent over there with Sonny Gray, Tyler Mahle, Luis Castillo, which would take a ton to get. They're 4-6 in their last 10. So if they continue to play poorly over the next week or so, you never know. The decision could be that, hey, let's sell it off. You never know. So the Reds are a team to look at because they have so much good pitching talent that we might be able to get for not too much. Now, when you talk about like some of the best, the Max Scherzers of the world, I just think it's going to take too much in my opinion. I don't think we need, I guess if you really want to say we're going for it all, we're all in, we're going for a world championship this year. Let's trade Bart, let's trade Luciano, let's trade everybody. That's fine, but what happens if we don't win it all? We're and this team doesn't need that much. We've already proven how good we are. So I don't see any need to go out and get, a super all-star, a Scherzer or anything like that. Even maybe Barrios is a little too much. That's the upper maximum, like the best I could expect us to get. And that's why I'm saying that's kind of my target. I think we shouldn't play around. I don't see any reason to get some, mediocre pitcher. I don't see any reason to do that. We need to get somebody good. I'm just saying like a superstar, absolute like megastar. I think it would take too much in my opinion. But another guy that I'm definitely thinking about is Kyle Gibson. And that's the same thing I'm talking about. Really good pitchers who are having a good year, looking good right now, but not exactly mega stars. But Kyle Gibson is definitely very good. He was on the All-Star team this year. He's got a 2.86 ERA, 6-2 on the season, 107 innings pitched. He's just given up 88 hits, 9 home runs given up, 33 walks, 90 strikeouts. Just a really solid arm. He's having a good season. I think that would be somebody who right now we could take advantage of that, pick him up for not something stupid, but that's just the question. What are the Rangers wanting? Because I think the Rangers will trade him. The Rangers are going to take advantage of the fact that he's having a good season, and they're going to move him, and they're going to try to get as much as they can, no doubt about it. But it's Kyle Gibson. It's not Max Scherzer. It's not even Barrios. I think he will not cost as much as guys like that. They probably would love some young pitching like a Shangela, who's in our minor league system. We got a few other arms. I would not want to throw in Webb because I want to keep that depth with the rotation. We may need Webb. So I wouldn't want to throw in Webb, but I would want to throw in mostly minor leaguers. I know somebody would have to lose a roster spot when we trade for someone. We worry about that when we worry about that. There's always guys falling on the IL, this and that, moving guys around. Ultimately, Kyle Gibson's a guy I would look at. And there's not a whole lot out there. Obviously, there's other arms out there I'm sure that the Giants are looking at, the front office is looking at. I thought of German Marquez, but he's with the Rockies. I don't see too many, trades within the division happening, but it's possible. He's having a really good year. He was on the All-Star team, even though the Giants hit him pretty hard when we played him. But German Marquez is another guy who's out there. You just got to look at these teams that are not having good seasons that could be sellers and see who they got. But yeah, I think it's just a mid-tier pitcher, someone who could be middle of the rotation type guy, especially in this rotation. Nobody's probably taken over for DeSclafani or Gausman. I just don't think a Scherzer will work because we'd have to give up too much. And that's pretty much where we're at with it. I don't want to, speculate too much, but if we could figure a deal with a team like the Twins and pick up a reliever too, like a Taylor Rogers, or a deal with the Pirates, I don't think they have too much starting pitching that we might want. But Richard Rodriguez, there are guys out there that would help. But we have to do something. The minor league system is so deep, especially with the new draft. We have guys we can make it happen without trading. I hope that they can make it happen. I believe it can happen without trading a whole bunch of our top 10 guys. Because if, after the trade deadline, we suddenly don't have Bart and Luciano and, Hunter Bishop and so on, and all these guys, Matos and so on, I would be pissed. I'd be like, what did we do? Like, this is not going to be worth it. We only need one or two pieces, and we only need to trade one or two of our top 20 guys, and that's it. We need to still worry about our future. So we'll see what happens. Those are some of the guys that I got my eyes on. Let me know what y'all think down below about the trade deadline coming up. As far as an outfielder, I don't know. I don't think we need one that much. I know I've heard Joey Gallo. I've heard guys. I'm not saying you can't. I know people aren't too high on Tauchman. I really like the chemistry we got right now. I don't think we need to do too much. I mean, we lead the major leagues in home runs. It's not like we need some power. I mean, look what we're doing here. Look what Wade Jr. is doing. I mean, I know you may feel a little iffy about some of these guys. Like, are they really superstars? I mean, they're not. What are they doing right now? They're doing what they do. There's no reason I think it's going to stop. It's already freaking the end of July, and we got the best record in baseball. I'm not saying don't get a position player, but I'm just saying I'm not looking at that. I'm looking mainly at a starter and maybe a bullpen arm to help out, but our bullpen's actually been better than it seems. So that's where I'm at with it. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm stupid. Okay, put it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Have a great day. We will talk to you later.
When the Giants come to town, it's 5